Good evening.
Please sit down. Please introduce yourself.
Sir, I am Priyanka. I belong to a modest place, a small village, Khiwakala, from district Mansa, and I did LLB from Department of Laws, Punjab University, Chandigarh in 2020.
Thereafter,
Currently, I am working in Food Corporation of India as technical assistant.
you are not happy there.
Sir, no, it is not like I am not.
Providing food is a very, very noble cause.
Yes, sir. Sir, but my dream was always to be a judge.
Why?
Sir,
What prompted you to
the aura.
develop this dream?
Sir, the aura of Indian judiciary, the independence of judiciary, the impact which judiciary has with its judgments.
Will
on
you
the
be
society.
able to maintain your independence?
I will try my best.
How will you maintain it?
I will not.
What precautions you will take that people do not bother you?
Sir, firstly, I will not come under the pressure, if any external pressure is
How the pressure comes?
from relatives or from seniors.
ਰਿਲੇਟਿਵਸ ਨੂੰ ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਬੁਲਾ ਦੇਣੀ ਹੈ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਰਿਟਾਇਰ ਹੋਣਾ ਉਦੋਂ ਤੱਕ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਬੁਲਾ ਦੇਣੀ ਹੈ ਬੈਟਰ ਹੈ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਹੀ ਬੁਲਾ ਦਿਓ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਦਿਸ ਇਜ਼ ਦੀ ਓਨਲੀ ਵੇ ਟੂ ਸੋਲਵ ਯੂਰ problems so that during your service, unless you have close friends who will not bother you, who will not interfere in your personal life and public life must be different. ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਜੱਜ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੀ ਗੁਣ ਹੋਣੇ ਚਾਹੀਦੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ 'ਚ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ ਕਿਹੜੇ ਕਿਹੜੇ ਗੁਣ ਹੋਣੇ ਚਾਹੀਦੇ ਦੱਸੋ
Sir, hardworking, balanced mindset, sincere.
ਉਹ ਕੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ
That one shouldn't judge the case by listening to one party only. You should be impartial and listen to both the parties and then decide how to pursue on the basis of law.
if somebody known to you is a party in a case, what can you do?
So either I will not take up that case or.
Then you refuse to take up,
Sir, I think there is a provision.
or you will ask for transfer.
I'll ask for transfer. Sir.
ਹੋਰ ਕੀ ਕਰੋਗੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਤੋਂ ਫੇਵਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੈਣੀ ਲਾਈਫ 'ਚ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਕੋਈ ਮੰਗਣ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਏਗਾ ਲਿਫਟ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੈਣੀ ਕਿਸੇ ਤੋਂ ਤੁਰ ਕੇ ਚੱਲ ਜਾਓ live a dignified life, only then you can be independent. Can you live like a hermit and work like a horse? These are the parameters of a judge. ਸਾਧ ਵਾਂਗੂ ਰਹਿ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ
Yes, sir.
ਕਿ ਦੁਨੀਆ 'ਚ ਵਿਚਰਨ ਦਾ ਚਾਅ ਹੈਗਾ
No, sir. I'm satisfied
with the necessities of life.
Yes.
ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੀਆਂ ਕਰੰਟ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮਸ ਕੀ ਨੇ
Recently to floodedness in small villages and towns, which is a recent problem solved, and drugs, as per my limited knowledge, drugs, which is.
why people are consuming drugs is drug problem
Sir, no, actually unemployment and somewhere you have more resources. I think but if they don't want to struggle or they were provided with.
easy going
So maybe the family can provide them with enough that they don't need to struggle or peer pressure.
somewhat skirmishes are going on between the elected government and the governor. You heard about it?
Yes, sorry.
You don't read newspapers. Governor is threatening the CM. Banda ban jao.
Is this a constitutional crisis? Can the governor, what is the relationship between the CM and the governor?
The governor is appointed by the president, and CM is the head of the elected party in the state.
He's the head of executive?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then. Now, what is the relationship between two? Can the governor throw out a CM that I don't like you?
Said not at his whims, मतलब he must have some solid reason behind it.
If he has a solid reason, chalo. The CM drinks a
What
lot.
what are the powers of governor qua the CM, elected state head of the executive?
Sorry, sir, yeah.
The same
Can
is-
president dismiss his government?
Yes.
Can he declare emergency?
President can declare president.
I am talking about governor, not about president. Can governor say, I don't pass the bill?
Yes, sir.
You are not aware about current matters.
Sorry, sir.
If I was to
All
also-
of you must go through, brush up your current
Correct.
small matter.
My question
When
is
the
in
Punjab
this
High Court
context-
was established,
Yes.
Punjab and Haryana High Court.
what I am asking you must listen. Punjab High Court. डिफरेंस है कोई पंजाब हाई कोर्ट ते पंजाब हरियाणा हाई
Yes,
कोर्ट
sir.
की
Punjab.
डिफरेंस है?
Sir, Haryana came out of Punjab in November 1966. Before that, Haryana was only part of Punjab.
ਹਾਈ ਕੋਰਟ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ ਤੁਸੀਂ, ਪੰਜਾਬ ਹਰਿਆਣਾ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਿਉਂ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ?
Sorry, sir.
High Court was established by some charter during British era. It was where it was located. High Court,
Chandigarh.
Lahore.
चंडीगढ़ तो था ही नहीं।
लाहौर तो किथे आई हाई कोर्ट फिर? शिमला, then Chandigarh. When Punjab and Haryana were bifurcated, then its nomenclature was changed to Punjab and Haryana because it was High Court of both states after two separate states came into existence. Who was the first Chief Justice of Punjab High Court or the present Chief Justice
Ravi Shankar Jha, sir.
or the CJI?
P.Y. Chandrasekhar, sir.
Which was that?
Okay, we were just talking about the governor and the CM relationship. Suppose a bill is passed in the legislative assembly. What can the governor do about it? What options does he have?
He can either pass the bill or hold the bill for president's advice.
He can hold it for the president's assent.
Yes.
Can he hold any bill?
Not money bill.
Can he not hold a money bill also? Can he send a money bill to the president?
Sorry,
The
sir.
answer is yes. Now, suppose he sends a bill to the president. President puts it in his pocket and forgets about it. Can it be possible?
Yes.
Okay. So, this discretion of the governor, is it challengeable in a court?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay, what is the pro forma defendant?
So from whom no relief has been sought.
Okay.
He is just there for proper decision of the case.
Suppose a pro forma defendant is a pro forma defendant in one of the cases, and later on he puts up another suit. Will res judicata apply on a pro forma defendant?
No, sir.
Why?
So because no.
What is the rule for application of res judicata?
The case must be decided by a competent court.
Decision is separate thing. Before decision, what are there? What is
Sir,
there
ma'am.
before decision?
The case
It should be contested. Pro forma doesn't contest the suit.
Okay. You know, we had two very important acts before we got our independence. One was the Government of India Act 1935 and the other was the India Independence Act 1947.
Yes.
Are both these acts continuing even today?
No, sir. The most of the provisions of the constitution has been taken from Government of India Act 1935.
No, what happened to those two acts?
Sir,
Those two are our India Independence Act. We got our independence by that. What happened to that act?
sir, as of my limited knowledge, I want to make a guess. I think both are not in force as of now.
Is there any provision in the constitution regarding this?
All acts,
Pre-
notifications.
On
other
these
things.
two specially? The last article of our constitution says that the Government of India Act and India Independence Act are hereby repealed.
Repealed.
Okay. What is the sanctity of an FIR?
The FIR is not a substantive piece of evidence, but since it is expected.
Is it
that
under
when-
oath?
No, sir.
Is it signed?
Yes, sir. Signed by
Who can register the FIR?
police officer in charge of the police station.
What is required to be done before registration of the FIR? What are the parameters for him to?
There should be information regarding a cognizable case with an intention to get the criminal law in motion.
What the police officer has to write for registration of the, after writing the story, what he has to say?
So he will read the FIR to the informant and ask.
No, this is a procedure. He has to record his satisfaction for registration of the FIR.
That's a cognizable offense. Okay, suppose there is a rape case. A victim goes to the thana and she tells the police station or the officer in charge that, sir, please register my FIR. He doesn't register. Can any action be taken against him?
So 166A of IPC.
Okay, fine. Your question.
What is doctrine of lis pendens?
This pendants when any case is pending in the court, then the property in dispute can't be disposed of during that. If it is disposed
Cannot
of,
be
then-
disposed of.
If it if it is disposed, then the transaction will be void.
It will be void.
Void. If the decision is in favor of the person who has sold the property, still it is void. It has to be subject to the decision of the suit.
And is it applicable to the involuntary transfers? I mean the court sales and all?
No, ma'am. Because it is with the permission of the court.
It is.
Apparent.
Discuss the, can you just highlight the difference in the consequences if the document is not stamped and if the document is not registered? What is the difference between the consequences of these two?
Now, if a document is not registered, then it can't be admissible in evidence. But if it is not
Can it be used for collateral purpose?
Yes, sir. And if it is not
Unstamped, if it is unstamped.
Yes, sir, I'm not aware. Sorry, sir.
So,
ਉਹਨੂੰ ਕੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਕੰਪਾਊਂਡਿੰਗ ਸੁਣਿਆ
Yes, sir, compounding of offense.
ਸੀਪੀਸੀ ਚ ਹੀ ਹੋਣਾ ਹੈ
Yes, yeah.
ਡਾਕੂਮੈਂਟਸ ਜਾਂ ਐਵੀਡੈਂਸ ਕਿਤੇ ਹੈਗਾ ਕੰਪਾਊਂਡਿੰਗ ਆਫ ਦੀ ਡਾਕੂਮੈਂਟ
320 CR
Compounding of offenses.
offenses.
ਆਫੈਂਸਸ ਨਹੀਂ ਡਾਕੂਮੈਂਟ ਨੂੰ improve ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਕੁਝ
Impounding.
Impound.
I have heard, sir.
Impounding is CP.
ਪੈਨਲਟੀ ਲੱਗਦੀ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਉਹਦੇ ਤੇ ਜੇ ਅਨਸਟੈਂਪਡ ਸੀਗਾ ਜਾਂ ਅੰਡਰਸਟੈਂਪਡ ਸੀਗਾ
unstamped document cannot be used for any purpose.
Any
Plain, yes, sir.
That sounds.
Priyanka, you are firstly very pleasant. That's very good. Smiling and very positive.
you are laughing over your mistakes this is wrong
Yes. It's thoda ja when you go wrong.
ਜਦੋਂ ਚੰਗਾ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਤਾਂ ਹੱਸੀਦਾ ਜਦੋਂ ਲੱਗੇ ਗਲਤੀ ਹੋ ਗਈ ਵੀ ਚੁੱਪ ਕਰ ਜੀਦਾ
Then the color coffee will yes, sir.
I know. So, but you have to brush up your law. Again, lot of mistakes. In the sense, some very basic were there. Of course, some of the answers were very good, but 50-50. So, but you have to brush up so that.
ਦੰਦ ਆਪਣੇ ਲੁਕੋ ਕੇ ਰੱਖਣੇ
हाँ,
ਦੰਦ
ज़्यादा
ਨਹੀਂ
नहीं
ਨਜ਼ਰ
हंसना।
ਆਉਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ
क्योंकि अपनी गलती से
थोड़े घट।
हंसना sometimes it can create a negative impression. Otherwise, your positives are that you are a pleasant personality, and when you came, you were there's a lot of energy. So we were absolutely we were. That was a very positive thing which we saw in you, and definitely that's a very good thing.
ਪੈਰ ਜੋੜ ਕੇ ਬੈਠਣਾ
हाँ,
ਇਕੱਠੇ ਕਰ
अच्छा, अच्छा, she can't. कोई नहीं. And keep your hands clasped. That's okay. So rest, I think good enough. But I think you need to brush up all your laws.
you are occupying little bit more space which one should occupy ਖਿਲਰ ਕੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਬੈਠਣਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਸੰਕੋਚ
सूट
ਕੇ
नहीं हो जा पाया.
ਕੋਈ ਗੱਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਬਟ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਢਿੱਲਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਬੈਠਣਾ ਥੋੜਾ ਅਲਰਟ ਬੈਠੀਦਾ
हाँ, right.
ਫੌਜ ਪਤਾ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਬੈਠਦੀ ਹੈ ਰੀੜ ਦੀ ਹੱਡੀ ਥੋੜੀ ਸਿੱਧੀ ਹੋਣੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੈ ਠੀਕ ਹੈ
Right.
I think you were way too casual, little bit in between.
Thank you.
70 out of 150.